Hi theatre fans, and welcome back to my channel. So today's Sunday the 2nd of September. I am in London for Jeremy Jordan's concert, which was postponed from October to September due to a conflict in him doing a show and rehearsals etc. back in New York. So he's brought his concert forward. So I'm actually recording this introduction live from London because this morning was a bit of a mad rush because I had to get from where I live to Cardiff to catch the train from Cardiff to London because they're more direct and there's more frequent trains as well. So where I live, unfortunately, the timetable is not the best, and I would have had to change about 3 or 4 times to get to London. So I thought, well, since my brother and his family live in Cardiff, I'll get up super early, drive to Cardiff, leave my car at my brother's, and then catch the train from Cardiff station. So, and it's a lot quicker as well. It's only 2 hours, so, and the time flew by. So, but sadly, getting to Paddington, and I was going to walk to Cadogan Hall, or however you say it, but it would have taken about 40-45 minutes. Also, the District and Central line is closed for maintenance and works on the railway, so that was closed. So I've had to find my own way to Cadogan Hall. I'm not actually quite there yet. I had to get down a train down to Oxford Circus, change down to Victoria, and I am now walking from Victoria. It should take me about 15 minutes to get to Cadogan Hall, where the concert takes place at 2:30. I've got plenty of time. I've got about an hour and a half to kill anyway, so I'm taking my time. It's a glorious sunny day today. I have got a coat with me, as you don't know what the weather's going to be like anyway. So yeah, I thought I'll just stop now and do my little introduction now because I didn't have time this morning. And obviously I will insert all the previous videos prior to, after this video. Or maybe not, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how when it comes to my editing. So a very quick day up in London today, going to see the concert. Very much looking forward to Jeremy Jordan. I'm a huge fan. And then catching a later train home tonight to Cardiff. Being picked up then by my brother, get my car and then drive home. So it's going to be a long day, a bit tiring, but nevertheless it's going to be an enjoyable one anyway. Also, I forgot to add that I have forgotten my headphones, so the sound quality of this videos are not going to be the best, sadly. What with the London traffic, I'm going to try and find some quiet spots to do my film in. I'm hoping you can actually hear me all right, and I'm going to have to do the best that I can. As you can see, it is a glorious day, even though I'm actually walking in some shade. Yeah, very, very hot day today. It's lovely. Meant to be having this little mini heat wave this week as well. So I'm on a little stroll now down this sort of some strand, and apparently the hall is down this road and to the right as I'm going down it. Like I said, never been there before. Looking forward to seeing into a new venue, and I've been, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jeremy Jordan. I've followed him for a couple of years now. I love his voice, I love his singing, and looking forward to seeing what songs he sings today in this concert. Now there was a concert last night, which was the first one, and this one this afternoon, and the last one then is this evening. So yeah, very much looking forward. As far as I'm concerned, Jeremy Jordan can sing the phone book. Hi theatre fans, and welcome back to the review part of my vlog. So as you've just seen, I went to see the king of Broadway himself, Jeremy Jordan, at Cadogan Hall. I don't know if I say that right. Cadogan. It's something I've heard different ways. I'm being Welsh, I'm saying Cadogan. Could be wrong, correct me, maybe leave a little comment to say how you pronounce it, but to be honest with you, I don't care, because I finally got to see Jeremy Jordan, and wow, this guy can sing. As I just said, this guy could sing the phone book and I'd be mesmerized. There is no end to this guy's talent. He is insane. The energy within the hall was electric. The moment he came on stage, the moment he left, you could raise the roof with just the energy, and you can tell he was appreciative of it as well, and he sang his heart out. And I gotta say, I had an amazing time. So I booked to see Jeremy Jordan originally for October, the end of October, when the date was announced. Subsequently, since then, he had to bring his concerts forward because it clashed with a play that he's doing on Broadway. Luckily for me, it was on a weekend, as I work Monday to Friday, and this show I was seeing was on the Sunday, which is fine, but it just means I had to get to London there and back in the day. It was a long day for me to travel, because it's a good three and a half hours to get to London one way, and obviously 7 hours in the round journey. And also on a Sunday, trains aren't the best where I live, so I had to do a little bit of detours. You just seen I had to go to my brother's in Cardiff and catch the train from Cardiff to London and reverse the journey as well. So it was a long day, but I thoroughly enjoyed. But like I said, I got to see Jeremy Jordan in concert. So never been to Cadogan Hall before. It's a beautiful hall, and when I arrived there was a huge crowd standing outside the stage door, and it was coming up to 2 o'clock, and I thought, why is everyone crowded around there? Because they normally, cast members come out after show performance has been, and this was the matinee performance of his show, and I would imagine in order for him to go in, because it's cutting very, very fine if he was arriving at 2 o'clock when the show starts at 2:30. I still, to this day, don't know why they were outside there. I think it's a bit like sheep, I think, because even I went to stand around there just to see what was happening. But time was ticking. I thought, you know what, no, I'm just going to go in and enjoy the concert. So he must be in there already, which obviously he was, because he's done his sound checks and so on. He'd already done a show Saturday night. He'd had an extra date on as well. So he did Saturday night, Sunday matinee, which I was attending, and Sunday evening, which would have been his last concert in the Cadogan Hall in London. So doors opened and we went in, and wow, it's a beautiful space. The acoustics are stunning in there. Very, very high ceilings. I love the lighting as well. It's very simple. And basically stage. So I sat in the stalls A9, which sounds like the front, but actually it wasn't. There were actually some rows in front of me, so AA, BB, CC, and so on. I was probably about 4 rows from the front, just slightly off centre, but all the seating in the Cadogan Hall is raked, and you actually see over the person in front of you, so it doesn't matter where you sat, you'd have a great view. There's also an upstairs balcony as well, but I like to sit down in the stalls as close as I can to the stage, and wow, what a great view to see Jerry Munjon perform with his band. Very, very comfortable seat, plenty of leg room, and I was comfortable for the whole show as well. So Jeremy Jordan, what a humble, nice guy. Very cash. I think he was wearing chinos with a plain t-shirt and what I would call a cardigan. Very, very relaxed. Yeah, he's very appreciative of his fans. He's very, very witty, very, very dry. But the only thing I felt he wasn't a showman, if you get me, like a bit like a John Barrowman or something like that. I was expecting him to be sort of over the top and yeah, you know, and sort of get involved. But no, he just stood there, he sang his songs, hands in his pocket. Yeah, very, very sort of a simple sort of performer. Very subtle performer, not that it's a bad thing at all, but very, very appreciative of his fans. I said quite humble. So the songs he sang, so while I was watching the show, I was trying to make mental notes of the songs that he was singing and from what shows they were from. So the songs he sang were very varied, some that he's well known for, some original material, and some for his forthcoming album as well. So he announced that he's got a new album coming out with some original music on, and he performed some for us. So while I was listening to the songs, I was trying to make a mental note of the songs that had been sung and where they were from. And then when it came to the interval, I typed them into my phone and tried to remember them. And it's about 7-8 songs per act, so I'm hoping I got them right. And then again, similarly in a second act. So since coming home and starting to record my review part of my vlog, I find on Instagram that his musical director and pianist, Benjamin Rohala, I'm not sure how you say his name, I'm sorry about that, also known as Ben, who I follow now on Instagram as well, had posted the set list to his, I don't know if you can see that very well, probably not, there we go, his set list for the show, which is great. Now the only thing is, off the top of my head, I can't remember what shows they are from. So he opened up with Oh What a Beautiful Morning from Oklahoma, but it was his version of it, and it was a very sort of slow version, so it took me a little while to realise what song he was actually singing, but it was a lovely song. It was great interpretation of the song as well. I loved that. Then he went on to Moving Too Fast. I think that is from the last 5 years. Which went down really, really well, because there's a lot of big Jeremy Jordan fans of the last 5 years, as well as Smash and Hit List, and also Newsies as well. So a lot of musical theatre fans who knew the songs and cheering and whooping every time he started singing a song that they recognised as well. And after that, then he sang Undertow. I think that was one of new songs from his new albums coming up, which was a great song. Then he started to sing a Keane song, which is a UK band, Somewhere Only We Know. I love that song, I gotta say. It's one of my favourite Keane songs, and it's a blast from the past. I haven't heard that for a long, long time, so it was lovely to hear him sing that as well. Then he did Raise a Little Hell from Bonnie and Clyde. That was a great rendition of the song. It's great. I was in an amateur production of Bonnie and Clyde a few years ago. I didn't play Clyde, actually played Sheriff Truman. But I know of this song, and it's such a great song, and to hear him sing it as well. Obviously I've seen a bootleg copy on YouTube of the show with Jeremy Jordan as the role of Clyde Burrow, and to hear him sing it live was fantastic. Then he sang Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. In between songs, by the way, he had little anecdotes of the songs and why he chose them, and where they came about. Like for Under the Sea, which is a Disney film, is when he was on a cruise ship and they were there to do some Disney medley and songs, and he didn't want to sing it as the film version. He wanted to do his own interpretation of it. So again, it was a sort of a different version of The Little Mermaid's Under the Sea. He then sang I'll Make You Proud. I'm going to be honest, I can't remember where that musical is from. Again, please comment down below where that's from. I'll Make You Proud. Is it an original song of his? It's probably from a show. I'm going to kick myself once I finish this vlog and be like, I'll probably put a little caption at the bottom here so I know where it's from, because it'll bug me. And then he ended Act 1 with a medley from the TV series Smash, and inside that, which is one of my favourite TV shows actually, it's a shame he got axed. He was in series 2 of Smash, and they did a musical called Hit List, and he did a little medley of Hit List songs, and then he ended on Broadway Here I Come, which is taken from that show as well. So then a little interval of about 20 minutes, and Act 2 he opened up with the Shmuel song, which is again I think from the last 5 years, a very, very hard song to sing, and fair play to remembering all the words for that one. Then he sang She Used to Be Mine, which I think is from Waitress, which is coming to the Adelphi Theatre in London next year, so I'm very super excited to see that. Following that then he sang, he got his guitar out. This, I gotta be honest with you, is a little bit of a disappointment for me of the second act, because it went on a little bit too long. He got his guitar out and started playing songs that he used to sort of record or sing along to when he was in college. He used to make fun of the songs that he made up, so we heard little bits of it. So it killed about a good probably 20 minutes of the whole show of him doing little bits of songs that he did when he was much, much younger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It was fine. It was great to hear these different songs, but I'd love to have heard him sing more sort of Broadway, West End sort of songs. Following on for this, he did another original song called Underwater from his forthcoming album. And then following on from that, then he did a brilliant, stunning performance of Bring Him Home from Les Mis. And what made this extra special was that he wanted to switch all the mics off and all the sound equipment off, and it was just literally him and the pianist playing Bring Him Home, and the acoustics in this hall was absolutely stunning. He literally, no mic, just stood there and sang Bring Him Home with just a piano, and I tell you, you could hear a pin drop in there, and I was blown away by it. He did a phenomenal job, and it's such a hard song to sing as well, especially without a microphone as well, but he belted that song. Not belted it as in like to ruin it, but just so everybody in the whole of that room could hear him sing that, and he did a brilliant job. And then he ended Act 2 and the whole show with Santa Fe from Newsies, which was brilliant. Everybody loves Newsies. So then he came back on for the encore and made a big joke about how he sang a song on Broadway. It was filmed and put onto YouTube, and he didn't think that anybody else would see it, and it's actually been a very, very requested song of his, and that was Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Now, I'm a huge Celine Dion fan, and for me to hear somebody else, especially a male, sing this particular song was brilliant. He was joking how much he disliked singing it because the song goes on and on and on, because it does. I think the original song is about 11 minutes long. He was going to do the short version, but didn't feel like the short version, if I'm being honest, but he went for it, and he certainly got rolling, because he sort of not necessarily changed the lyrics, but he sort of made a few sort of jibs at quips at some of the words of the song as well, but that certainly brought the house down, and he ended on that, and off he went, and it was, the whole concert just flew by, the whole 2 acts, and it was just brilliant. Absolutely love Jeremy Jordan. Like I said, he could sing the phone book. His voice is just silk. It's brilliant. And I must say as well, what a fantastic job his band did as well. A very small band, all male. You had a double bass, which is fantastic. You had 2 guitarists, a drummer, and a pianist, which is the musical director. And I gotta say, I thought the musical director, Ben, was absolutely hilarious, because he also interacted with Jeremy on stage as well, even sporting a Spice Girls t-shirt and cap, because apparently he's a huge Spice Girls fan. So yeah, the concert itself was great. Absolutely packed in there. Big Jeremy Jordan fan. So as we were leaving then, I thought I'd go on stage door with everybody else. I stood there waiting for a while, but an announcement came out to say that he wouldn't be coming out because he has to rest between shows, and that's fair enough. I mean, you wouldn't expect the guy to come out to assist to the swarm of people waiting outside. It was a lot, and I think he only had about 2 hours in between, so he would have had to have food and rest before the next show anyway. So I'm gutted in a way I didn't get to meet Jeremy Jordan in person, but wow, what a nice guy, and what a concert, and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed, and I can't wait till he comes back again next time. So that concludes my review on the concert of Jeremy Jordan at the Cadogan Hall. Did you go and see him? Did you enjoy it? And what was your favourite bit? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the show as well. So please leave a little comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more of these videos of my reviews on theatre shows and musicals, all things theatre, then please hit the subscribe button as well. So thank you again for watching. Until next time, happy theatre.